Good afternoon. I'm Kevin McNamara, and I am the supervisor of Van Buren Township.
And this year has been a challenge, but I think we've worked through that challenge. It has just always been my honor to serve the people that I live with and work with and have raised my family with. So it's always been something that I've been very proud of.
But really what we do is we look at the community and we look at their needs and we try to meet those needs.
We get to know our constituents. So things that we do at the township board meeting, you see the effects of it right away. You don't have to wait years to see the effect.
There's all kinds of things you can do here. Shop, eat, celebrate. We have everything. Van Buren Township is home.
Everybody rose when we needed them to hit the ground hard and get something done. Everybody did a great job making things happen. 2020 started out a great year. So much hope, so much promise. And then we were shut down and we were confused. We had no idea what was going to happen. And then we were forced to transform. It was no longer the poor that needed food. It was the middle class that suddenly needed food. Sickness, fear, death. We've lost probably over 80 people in our tri-community area. It was a life-changing year.
We saw people hurting from, losing their jobs, not being able to work, not being able to pay the rent.
We started seeing some of those economic trends, and that translated to what ended up being a roughly 20% drop in permits. But we also know that it just led to things being more complicated all around. What homeowners have to deal with, what contractors have to deal with, what renters have to deal with, and what we as office staff had to do to make things work.
We had to go home right away. We had to cancel all of our activities. We had to cancel all of our events. We were telling people to stay home and stay apart, which is not a motto that any Parks and Rec department would ever want to put out to their public.
We also had to deal with trying to continue operations because our work didn't end.
We would never have gotten through this without IT. We had to completely rework the way we did business.
Fast forward on getting as many people set up as possible that had mobile devices. Those that didn't, we started the process of ordering mobile devices for folks that we knew had to connect from home to our network and do their work on a daily basis.
We had the technology here, which really provided us with an opportunity to do something very different than many other communities were doing. A number of other communities were simply shutting down operations. We continued to work.
We had to change our protocols, we had to change our procedures to adapt with CDC guidelines that were changing sometimes weekly and bi-weekly.
Not only with this community, but I know it was a lot of other communities, was just the uncertainty. You can go to sleep, you think you're under one thing this morning, next morning it's a totally different thing, so we were constantly shifting gears.
Fire department was stretched thin. Police department was stretched thin. Our remote services were working, but again, stretched thin. The safety net of food, medicine, all these things that they contacted us to say, well, listen, we need these things desperately. They usually fall off on the health department. They fall off on the county. Not in this time. The locals had to set up the food drives.
We had an opportunity to partner with Forgotten Harvest and host a pop-up food pantry, which we were able to do right outside Township Hall.
That was something that really was disheartening to see how long the lines were. You know people hurting when they sit in a line for hours and hours.
And people were just having a very difficult time financially making ends meet. All the penalties for late fees would be waived during this time. In the past, we in this country have stepped forward and done the hard things and done the right things. We started looking out for our neighbors, and sometimes, unfortunately, it takes these types of situations such as pandemics to be reminded. As a water operator, I have a moral and ethical responsibility to the residents and to our customers. Try to provide the best, most affordable, and proper service levels for them.
And we never thought we could do it. 2 months into this, 3 months into this, I still thought it was going to be hopeless, but we did it. We actually provided 100% services to the residents of Van Buren Township, and we were able to do it remotely.
And those are the things that you do in the community. Those are the things that you're supposed to do when everybody's in need. You're supposed to try your best, if you can, to help those people in need.
We were able to put together these really fun insect kits for the kids, and we gave away 100 kits within like 10 minutes.
Oh, they've got another little rock here. But they found ways to get kits out to kids so that they could actually create their own fun.
One thing that we did was do a township-wide mask giveaway.
We've really stayed on track with continuing momentum on positive development in the township. For example, the Ashley Crossroads North project is going to be a major center for jobs and new businesses.
Getting that COVID preparedness plan together, it really showed that they live in a township that is proactive. It also helped me, the REAL program. As long as we followed that guideline, it made everything a lot easier for everyone.
I was lucky I was able to reach out and get some work with the organization and get tours during the holiday. You really saw how much effect it had on the community then.
The DDA built the splash pad at Quirk Park, the pedestrian overpass where we got grant money for that, and also the Harris Park project, and we did those all in the same year.
We renovated the existing Harbor Club tennis courts into Van Buren Township's tennis and pickleball outdoor courts.
We were able to take our system, do a complete analysis of our entire system, make sure that we're going to be on a proper schedule for the next 10 to 20 years.
We had our new website that was being built out right at the height of the pandemic.
We ran a major election in the middle of a pandemic with no instances. Nobody got sick.
And our inspectors learned how to do remote inspections.
It also jump-started our transitioning to online permitting. A contractor can link with the township and get registered and apply for permits right online.
We had staff in here to make sure the bills got collected, got deposited, and people would know that their accounts had been credited with what they had paid.
Our senior center, wellness costs, they have Medicare, they have their tax services. And we're not even talking about the vaccination effort, which was Herculean.
We accomplished more in that 7-8 month period in 2020 being down than I think we did the whole year before.
And we're so excited about building a new community center. It's going to give us new spaces, new opportunities, getting past this pandemic, right? Being safe, having fun, staying healthy, and also learning something new. So that's what we're looking forward to. But it all comes back to engaging the public.
And starting to reinvest in the Lakewood Shopping Center, the Sumpter Road Corridor, starting to put some things that are on paper right now into practice.
And then just the fact that we've kept business open and moving has been important.
I love my job. I go to sleep at night knowing that what I do matters for people. We get to do a lot of exciting things here in Van Buren Township.
It's pretty amazing to see the township grow. I mean, before I was here, we didn't even have a water tower.
This year has been a challenge, but I think we've worked through that challenge. It has just always been my honor to serve the people that I live with and work with and have raised my family with. So it's always been something that I've been very proud of. And just knowing that I walk by the parks or I go out by the pickleball court and I had a very, very, very small part in seeing that got there, that's important to me.
The residents of Van Buren Township deserve to have a community that's healthy, vibrant, and has a little bit of everything for everyone.
This is a very tight-knit community, and they really pulled together and showed that they were Van Buren strong.
It's been truly a pleasure to get to know people from all over the township.
I think there's a good future ahead for Van Buren Township. It's stay the course and keep the vision of becoming a community that really is for the 21st century.
Over the last 20 years, the township has significantly changed physically, but the heart of the community hasn't changed. I think it's still just as special as it was when I first came here.
It really is a very diverse community, and anyone out there that's looking for somewhere that they want to settle and raise a family, try Van Buren Township.
Through all the trials and tribulations, Van Buren Township is still here. Our staff work together, our electeds work together, and our residents work together. That's our biggest accomplishment.
I just want to say thank you to Van Buren Township. Thank you for working with us, and thank you for being there for each other. As a township, we reach out and we try so hard to offer, different amenities and offer services to the public, but we really need the whole community to come together to help each other, and we're very thankful to be here and be a part of that.
I love my job, and I'm so proud of my community.
Perfect. That's
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Good job.
All right.
That's a very good end note.
Okay. Good.
All right.